Hey everybody, Brenda here. Hope everyone's having a very good weekend. I would like to give a shout out, if I may, to Patricia, Aaron, and Rochelle. Thank you so much for your wonderful comments and for subscribing to my channel. And I am here today to do a special request for how I made these little sack journals. Very cute, very quick to make, and I will open this up to show you the inside, which is just basically paper scraps that I put together for the little journal on the inside. So let's get started, and I'll show you how I made it. So the first thing I have here is a paper sack, and this is one, probably got it off Amazon, and it measures 6 1/4 by 9 3/4. And what I did first was just cut this tab off here. I didn't think I needed that for anything, so I'm just going to use my scissors and cut right along here. Just like that, we get that tab off. And then we take our sack, and I always put this has got a little bit of a hang on it here, so I'm going to just cut that right off right there, neaten that up. And I always put this on the inside and have the smooth on the outside. And I am going to fold this right in half, and that will give us the base of our little sack journal. Now you have a choice. You can trim this off right here, just a little tidbit right off there, and have another pocket like we'll have in the front. On this one I decided not to, so I just left it plain, or left it together. So we have our little folded booklet started, and then for the front I always choose like a fabric background and a pretty focal point for the front. So this time I chose this beautiful little butterfly advertisement, and I backed it and sewed it onto some burlap, and that I cut it to fit just so you'd have a little bit of an edge around all sides. So that is going to be glued on right like that. But before we glue this on, you'll see that we want to put some seam binding. And I just fold that right in half, and I want to put my seam binding right in the middle, just like that, and glue that down first, because our picture or our focal point will be going right over the top of it and hold that in place. Okay, so let me get this. I think I am going to use a little piece of, if I can find it in my stash, for the seam binding I'm going to use a little piece of this double-sided tape, and that way you won't have to worry about your glue coming through. So I'm just going to put a little piece there, trim this off. If I can grab the top of it here. There we go. So just put our little bit of seam binding right along that tape. And it is crinkly, so we don't care if it's rolled up or not, because that's what it is, crinkly seam binding. And then on this side, I'm going to do the same thing. About right at the same area. And try to get this little corner here. There we go. So that's the front. I'm going to come around with this side and tack that right down to the tape area. So we have that done first. Then we can go ahead and place our front focal point right on top of it. So let's do that next. I hope you guys are all ready for the 4th. We're not planning anything this year. We're just going to vegetate at home, relax, and maybe have our own little inside or outside picnic, depending on whether we get rain or sunshine. There we go. So actually I used Fabri-Tac for this, and I am going to try to put this right in the middle as much as possible. There we go. Burnish that down as good as you can. Okay, so we have the front. And then on the back, all I did on the previous one was just to decorate this a little bit on the back. I found this little ticket here, and I'm just going to lay that right across there. And all this stuff I basically got right out of my stash. Just go through your stash and you can find all kinds of little tidbits and trinkets and little things to put little craft things together. That is glitter glue that I used, and I'm just going to tack this down right over the ribbon, right about in the middle. Okay. All right, so we have our front. Just pull these and cut these a little bit here. Get a little bit of raveling from the burlap is what I like. Okay, so we have the front here. We have the back done here. We have a little pocket in the front here. And then I want to get together some papers. And this is all just papers from my stash. So let's see, I want some, we got some Eco dyed, we got some just papers, odds and end papers, we got some line paper, some more from my stash, we got some more little, let's see, I think I will put these like this. And And then, depending on how many you want, I'm going to put this one. Actually, I'm going to cut it first because I need to get the white off the paper. And this is going to be my center. This will be my centerpiece. And there you have your little signature. Oh, I got this too. I put that somewhere. Put that, stick that in there too, might as well. Okay, so we have our little signature. Make sure it fits into our little booklet. And get to the middle and make sure all your papers, sorry, probably out of screen, make sure all your papers are where you want them located in your journal, in your little signature. So that looks good. So I'm going to clip my signature. Make sure your front is facing the way you want it to face. I have done that plenty of times where I put the signature in upside down. And then we're just going to clip. I always start on one side, clip it, and then I will go to the other side and clip. And then clip the last two sides. Getting weak. There you have it. So we have it clipped. It's going the right way. Then I get my little pokey book out and my little pokey tool, which I stole from my husband's garage. And I eyeball this starting in the middle. I poke a hole, eyeballing it in the middle first. Then I go about an inch down from the top, inch, half an inch poke. And then I go half an inch from the bottom and poke. So I make 3 holes, middle, top, and bottom. Don't need my pokey book anymore, or my tool. Okay, grabbing my needle, and I think I will just use, this is some wax string. And what you want to do is measure about 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Get your needle ready. Glad it has a big eye, because other than that, I'd be here all day trying to thread my needle. What you want to do is start in the middle, and you can start on the inside or the outside, wherever you want the ending bow to be. But I always start in the middle on the inside. Leave this a little long so you can hold on to it, because you want to tighten this eventually. But first we're going to go through the middle. Going to come down either to the bottom or to the top. Go through. Okay, and this is where you want to tighten this a little and hold on to it, because when you go through the middle again, you don't want to split the the string that you already have. So you want to go off to the side a little bit so you don't split that string, because that will make it so you can't tighten it. So you go down through the middle again, and then you come up to the top, go through that hole, okay? And then once you're back up here, you want to, I always try to put my thread on the other side so it's on two different sides before you tie it off. Take your needle off. Tighten as much as you can, but not too tight, because you don't want to rip your holes. Make sure everything's out of the way. And then you're going to tie a knot in the middle. And then I usually do that twice. Okay, and then I make a little bow, or sometimes you can just leave it hanging long if you want to put little charms and stuff at the bottom hanging. But I usually just make my little bow and trim it off. Then you can take these off. Fold this together, tie your little ribbon at the side here, and well, let me trim this off just a little bit, and there you have your cute little journal. Is that not cute and very quick to put together? Like it? And then you do have your little pocket in the front. You can have a little pocket on either side. So I hope this helps any of the newbies that, well, actually I was gonna put this along the bottom here. Like that. I think I'll go ahead and do that. Forgot all about that, but I saw it sitting aside. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of Fabri-Tac right here and glue this right here just for a little more decor. And there you have it, a cute little journal for Happy Mail, for just giving away, stocking stuffer, Christmas in July, little Happy Mail, little stocking stuffer, anything that you want to use it for. You could, if you wanted to, put some kind of washi tape or some kind of little trim on the spine there, but that's totally up to you. I usually don't on these little journals here. But quick and easy, simple. Get in your stash, pick out what you want to throw something like this together for a Happy Mail or anything, and there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. I hope you guys are all staying safe. Have a happy 4th of July, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.